Yup, here we are. All right, we've got measured 240 volts directly out of the plug. All right, my friends, in one of my recent videos, I went ahead and talked about electrical power standards, and I mentioned here in the Philippines 240 volts. I had said that a few times in that video, and I had somebody reach out to me and they said, hey, I went ahead and kind of looked online, looked at an AI kind of kicked back 230 volts as being the standard. So, of course, I dug into it some more, and there's really two things that are going on here. Number one, when I talk to all the local people here, the local electricians, and I've spoke to a few of them, they've always referred to 240 all the time, all right? So the other thing is I dug into it, and part of the ASIN, which is the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, right, which is 7 nations here in Southeast Asia, they're doing a harmonization standard and to bring everything onto 230 volts. The other thing is in the Philippines code as well, they specifically call out 230, okay? But practically on the ground, I went ahead and pulled out my meter, threw it basically here in my condo, here in Bonifacio Global City, here in Metro Manila, threw my meter basically on the plug, and you'll see this, basically I just use an extension cord, and then I use a type B adapter because it's got a wider, just wider holes so I can get my probes in there. And yeah, I am measuring directly out of the plug 240 volts, exactly like every single electrician here in Manila, Philippines that I've spoken to in the past. So there you go, boots on the ground, actual measurement. So is it 230, is it 240? Well, here's the thing. If you're basically back in the States, back in North America and stuff on that 120 grid, you're gonna hear it all the time. 110, 115, 120. And then here in the Philippines, as well as most places around the world, you're going to hear the 220, 230, 240 standard, right? Basically, if you stick into one of those two camps, you're going to be fine. It's when you start mixing those two camps is when things get challenging and you're going to have step up and step down transformers. But 220, 230, 240, or your 110, 115, 120, pretty much depending upon where you are, what the city is, what the production is being done there for the electrical power, that's what you're going to be faced with. But all right, there is raw answers on the ground. I hope this was helpful. Take care, my friends.